am going to make some homemade pizza tonight on the new stoneware. So I just want to show you, this is our new stone. So I have this prepped pretty much and ready to go. So I wanted to videotape as I make this pizza on the new stoneware. So first of all, I'm going to preheat my oven to 450. So I've got that going. And I'm going to hit start. Now while that's preheating, the great new thing about the new Stone Fusion stoneware, and you can tell that it's a Stone Fusion by the pretty waves on the bottom, is that you can preheat this pizza stone in the oven. It is also dishwasher safe. So when you're finished, you can put it in the dishwasher. So that's two of the great new features with the new Stone Fusion stoneware. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in to be preheating while I work on the rest of my stuff. So there is a lip on the back. You want that to go on the back because with the pizza peel, you're going to slide it right on to the stone in the oven. So I'm going to put that in there and let that be preheating. And while that is going, I'm going to show you my pizza crust that I'm using. I'm using Pampered Chef's Pizza Crust Mix. So basically all I've done was put the mix in the bowl. And then I took 1 1/4 cups of water and put in, and 1/3 cup of oil. And I have mixed that in the bowl. So now I'm going to roll it out onto my mat. And I'm going to knead that. So I'm just going to spread my flour out. I'm going to put the dough on there. Sprinkle the top. I'm just going to knead my dough so that it's nice and airy. When you knead the dough, you're really pushing out the moisture from the dough. This is our favorite pizza crust. Pampered Chef does have a new recipe, so you can make your own homemade crust mix. But I love our pantry selection, and I really love the pizza dough, the pizza crust mix, and the pretzel crust mix. So I'm gonna get that good. Okay, now let me see, it tells you how long. So let's see, I've got that, and then I've got to let it rest for 5 minutes. So while that's resting, I'll get the rest of my stuff ready to prep. So I'm just going to put this right back in the batter bowl. This is my large batter bowl that I've had more than 30 years. I'm going to put it right in there and put it on the back of the stove so that it can be resting. And then I'm going to get the rest of my stuff to prep. Okay, so I have my pizza crust mix in my batter bowl, and it's resting. It has to rest for 5 minutes. I have my pizza stone in the oven preheating. That's part of the new Stone Fusion. You can't do that with the other stone. And let me see if I can tip this down just a little bit so that you can see what I've got going on here. I have my quick slice, and I have some green peppers. I used my scoop loop to scoop out the seeds from the green pepper. If you don't have one of these are fabulous. They're great for melons or peppers, just about anything that you want to scoop out. It's got a small side and a large side. So I've already done that. I used my knife. This is the 3-inch knife from Pampered Chef, and these are the forged cutlery, so you can see that the blade goes all the way through to cut these into pieces. And then if I want to cut them smaller, I will, but I'm just going to put these on the quick slice. There we go. Didn't have those lined up. And then I've got my green peppers ready to go. I love the quick slice. It's great for slicing any kind of veggie. I'm going to cut this just one more time so that it's on there a little easier without as much room. I like to slice strawberries on mine. So you just put in there, line up the blades, give it a little push. That was easier because I got it lined up. And I've got one more piece. I like veggies on my pizza, and Billy likes meat on his. So there's my green peppers with the quick slice. And I'm just going to slide that out of the way. And then I like them cut just a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to take my knife and cut a few more little cuts. But that slices it quite nicely. Billy doesn't like green peppers at all, and I don't like meat, so he gets the side with the meat, I get the side with the veggies. So I've already got that ready to go now. That's prepped, so I'm just going to set that right there for a moment. I have already prepped my onions. So I took an onion and I just cut it up and put it in the manual food processor. Trying to make this quicker, so I did it. And basically all you do with it is put your products in there, the onion, green pepper, whatever you want to chop. Give it a couple of spins and this lid locks and you get your chopped onions, so with no tear. So I've got the onions chopped. I also have the cheese that I put some mozzarella cheese in my cooking blender and just pulsed it, and I have my shredded cheese ready to go. I've got this is the 2-cup prep bowl, and I've already got the pepperonis prepped and ready to go with that. I have my oil ready because I'm going to brush the crust with the oil when it is ready. And then I have a little bit of the garlic and herb I'm going to put on the edge of the crust as well. And I want to show you this too. I have my little mozzarella cheese that I just put mozzarella cheese in there. I press this down, and then I can get my, not mozzarella, Parmesan. I've got the mozzarella I did in the blender, and then I can just push this and I get fresh Parmesan cheese to go on the crust as well. So I'll put a little oil on there, a little garlic and herb, and a little, sprinkle it with a little bit of Parmesan. And that's just fresh Parmesan from the grocery store. So you can just spin this. You can do this with your spaghetti, whatever you want to do. I love this. So it's your little grater. And then when you run out, you can add more in there. I've got just a little bit left. And then as it gets smaller, you just give it more of a little push and it'll do that. So there's my Parmesan cheese. And look how pretty that is. Take that little piece that I dropped. So that's the Parmesan cheese, and it's prepped and ready to go as well. So I think I have everything ready to go. I've got my jar of pizza sauce. You can use whichever kind you prefer. Sometimes I make homemade by prepping it in the manual food processor or in the blender. So if you want to make your own homemade, you can. In a pinch tonight, I was kind of in a hurry. So I've got this, and I'll use my jar opener because I can't open this without it. To get that opened, and then I will be ready to put the pizza on the stone. So I want to show you, I'm going to take my knife and get it out of the way. Let me tip this up just a little bit so that you're looking at me now. And I have my pizza peel. This is the new product too. So the new stoneware, the new Stone Fusion is one of our new products. This is the pizza peel. I absolutely love this thing. Is it not beautiful? Keep it hanging for decor as well. But I'm going to get this prepped as well. So I'm going to scoop my Parmesan out of the way. And the way you prep this is to, I've got the powdered sugar shakers. This is the old one. Now they're stainless steel. I have one of those on the way, but I haven't received it yet. So to prep this, all you do, and this is exactly, I'm going to make the pizza right on this pizza peel. So you're going to sprinkle it with cornmeal. You want to use cornmeal and not flour, because flour has, like I said, I was pushing the moisture out when I was kneading that flour for the pizza dough mix. You don't want to put that on here because it could get sticky and then it's not going to slide off of this pizza peel very well. I don't know if you can see the end of this, but it kind of slants so that when you make it on here, you want it to slide. You just give it a little shimmy, put it right on that stone, and it'll slide right onto that preheated stone, so you don't even have to pull the stone out of the oven. So we're going to sprinkle cornmeal. The texture of the cornmeal makes it much easier to work with when you've got pizza crust on there. And yes, I'm going to make a little bit of a mess because I'm trying to do this from my tray so that you can see it. But typically I would do this either over the countertop so it doesn't get on my floor or on the table. But I'm just going to sprinkle that on this pizza peel. And by then, my pizza crust will be about ready to put on here. I want to make sure I get the end where it's going to slide off good. And I could do pizzas back to back, so as I get the pizza slid off of this one, I could be prepping a second one and have it ready to go, which would come in handy if I wanted to use the smaller pizza stone for Billy and me, because like I said, we like two different things, but I'm just going to make one tonight. So I've got that good and sprinkled. You want to get a lot of cornmeal on there so that it doesn't stick. So that is prepped and ready to go. I'm going to check on the dough and then I'll come back. Okay, I'm going to tilt this a little without trying to get flour and cornmeal on this. Now I have a little bit of my dough on my pizza peel, and I have my dough roller. So I'm just going to roll that out a little so that I can get it rolled out. And I'm going to push a little bit with my hands just to get it on, spread out. I want to spread that cornmeal back on there a little bit so it doesn't stick. You can make it as thick as you want or as thin as you want. Okay. And if it gets too sticky, you can add a little bit of flour to the top again. We like our crust a little bit thinner. I'm going to spread it out thin. Now I only used half of my dough, so I may make this one all for Billy and then make mine after that, just because I did use the smaller pizza stone. I was afraid that all of the dough wouldn't be the way I wanted it. So I'm rolling this out. Getting it good and thin. Now I'm going to build the pizza right on this pizza crust. So that is ready to go. I'm going to check the cornmeal under. Yep, it looks good. I'm going to take a little bit of oil and drizzle on the top of this. I'm going to take my basting brush and I'm just going to squirt that on top. Now I could take my garlic press and press some fresh garlic on here. I'm not going to do that tonight, but I could do that if I wanted. Now I've got my sauce opened and ready, so I'm just going to spread that on the top. Since I'm doing this one for Billy, I won't put much sauce on because he doesn't like a lot of sauce. So I've got the oil and now I've got the sauce. Then I'm going to sprinkle with a little bit of the Parmesan. And that's that fresh Parmesan that we did. And then I'm going to sprinkle around the crust with a little bit of this garlic and herb, just on the outside edge of the crust. I've been told that gives it a really nice crunchy outer edge. So that is ready. Okay, now I'm going to put some cheese on it. Just a little on the bottom, and I'll put the pepperonis on top of that. Now I would be adding ham, except I asked the hubby to pick up ham when we were at the grocery store, and he didn't, so he doesn't get ham on his pizza tonight. I wouldn't put ham on mine anyway because I don't eat pork. I don't eat a lot of meat at all. I'm just going to put the pepperoni on top. Okay. I'm going to put some bacon bits on there. Since you don't get ham if it's a lot of bacon bits and pepperoni. Oops, don't think we want that on there. So there's the bacon bits. Put a few more around the edge here. And I'm going to put some onion on top. Okay, and I'm going to top it with some more cheese. So I've got Parmesan cheese, got fresh mozzarella cheese, pepperonis, bacon bits, onions, garlic, seasoning, not the fresh garlic. I might put the fresh on mine. And then I'm topping it with cheese too, because he likes cheese on the top and the bottom. So this is ready to go. We also have a great recipe for a white pizza. So with ricotta cheese and the oils. So you can try that out as well. Now I am ready to put this on my pizza stone. So it is preheated. It should be about ready. You can preheat it for up to 30 minutes. And I'm going to try to slide this right onto that stone. So it's the first time I've ever tried it, hoping that it works. So I'm just going to open the oven. And I'm going to give it a little shimmy. And it is on. Okay, so I have the pizza on the stone. It took a little bit of a shimmy. I had to add just a touch of cornmeal to the back so that it didn't stick. And then I slid it right onto the stone. It is cooking. It will cook for about 15 minutes. And then I will use the pizza peel to slide right under and pull it off so that I can put another pizza on that stone so I can do mine. So that's Billy's. It'll be ready in just a few minutes, and then when it is ready, I'll come back on and finish my pizza. Okay, so I am waiting on the pizza to finish, and I went ahead and decided to get some garlic. You don't have to use peeled garlic in this. This will peel it for you. This is our Pampered Chef garlic press. Absolutely love this garlic press. It has the little brush that attaches to it. You can use that brush to scrape, as a matter of fact, I'm going to leave it off, to scrape the garlic off into your bowl and to pull the skin out. And then you can use the other end to help clean it so that you never have to touch the garlic and you don't have to get those garlicky fingers. So I'm going to put this garlic down in the press. I'm going to squeeze it into my 1 cup prep bowl. I'm going to use this to scrape it right off. I just used a little tiny bit of a clove. And then make sure I get all of that. And then I can use this to pull the skin right out to put in the trash. And I can use the brush to clean it. So that's how the garlic press works. Love, love, love it. And I have just enough garlic for me to put on my crust when it's ready. So I'll come back when I'm ready to do the pizza. Okay, Billy's pizza is finished, and I'm going to use the pizza peel to go underneath the pizza on the pan, on the stone, and go right underneath there and get it. And slide it right onto the pizza peel, and that is the finished pizza. Now I'm going to slide his onto something that I can cut it with so that I can make my pizza. So that is Billy's pizza, and it is ready to go. So I'll be back when I get mine ready. Okay, I have to show this before I start making my pizza. This is our pizza crust, our pizza cutter, and it's got the cover on it to protect you. It's got this, and it also has this so that if you've ever had a hard time getting your the end of your crust, this will cut the ends off. So this is our pizza cutter, and I'm going to use that to cut Billy's pizza, and then I'm going to make mine. So I had to show you our pizza cutter. Okay, now Billy is eating his, and I am ready to start mine. So I just wanted to show you, I went ahead and rolled my dough out on my mat, and I just folded it over to transfer it over to this pizza peel. So I have just got it ready to go. And now I'm going to fix my pizza. So I'm going to put a little oil on mine. Whoop, maybe a little more than I want. I'm going to brush it with the basting brush. Now I'm going to add the garlic to mine. And the stone is still in the oven. So it is going to be ready to get a good sizzle for mine. And Billy sure sounded crunchy when I cut his. Now I'm going to use a spoon. Let me use one of my little wooden spoons. Whoop. This is just one of the little wooden Pepperin' Chef spoons because I don't want to get this garlic on me. I'm going to spread it onto my crust. And then I'm going to take that basting brush and I'm going to spread that fresh garlic out so that it's across my whole bottom of my pizza. Now, mine's a whole lot more simple to make because I don't put a lot on mine. So there's that. I'm going to sprinkle. I'm going to do mostly the edges with my garlic herb, but I'm going to kind of put it all over the pizza. Make sure I get the edges good. If you haven't tried our seasonings, you should really check them out. They're amazing. This is the garlic and herb rub. Now I'm going to put the sauce on mine. I like a little bit more sauce than Billy does. So I'm going to put me a couple of spoonfuls on there. I will use my spoon to spread it out. I'll go pretty much to the edge. A little bit more. I'm going to sprinkle mine with first the Parmesan. I love the fresh Parmesan. And now the mozzarella. Let's put a layer on the bottom. And then I'm going to put my green peppers on. And I started to put pineapple on because I love pineapples, green olives, and green peppers on mine. But I decided just green peppers tonight. I do like the fresh pineapple, but I didn't want to take time to prep it. So I'm just going to put some green peppers on there. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more cheese on top. And just so you know, I got all of this for free because I'm a consultant and I earn the free-for-all. So I got the pizza peel, the new stones, all of the new fall products I earned for free. So if this is something that is interesting to you and you would like to earn your own free products and you would like to join my team, let me know because I'd love to have you on my team. I've got a great team and like I said, I've earned all this for free. So I also want to show you this too. This is the spatula that we use to scoop Billy's pizza out with. And you can see maybe, see if I can show you this pizza. There's what's left. I'm going to show you the bottom if I can. So it's kind of like those Firestone pizzas. only you can do them at home. You can still get that nice crisp crust. Now I am going to sprinkle, just a second before I try to scoop this onto my stone, I'm going to sprinkle the back of this with a little cornmeal, and the front with a little cornmeal to make sure it slides off easy. And I'm going to slide it right onto that pan, the stone that is still in the oven preheating. So I should get a nice crispy crust. So I'm just going to slide that, give it a little push, a little shimmy, and it is on my stone. So it's off the pizza peel, just a nice little shimmy, and it is on the stone, and then that'll be ready in a minute. I'll show you mine when it's finished. Thanks. Okay, my pizza is ready now, so I'm going to use the pizza peel again and slide under mine and pull it out. And here is my pizza ready to go. So I'm going to slide it on there and use the pizza cutter to cut it, and I will be finished with my dinner tonight. So that is showing you the new stoneware. I'm going to go ahead and turn the oven off, and then when that cools down, I'll bring it out. The cool thing about this is, like I said, you can throw it in the dishwasher. It's dishwasher safe. You can also wash it with soap. I know you couldn't do the old stone that way. It was just kind of water in the scraper, but the new stones are able to be washed. So I will wash that when I'm finished after it is cooled down. You don't want to put it under water when it's still hot, so you want to let it cool down so that it won't crack. But after it's cool, I'll put it in the sink and either wash it by hand or I'll throw it in the dishwasher, and that will be ready. So that's dinner. If you have any questions for me, let me know. I would love to show you any product that you want to know more about. So thanks for watching.